Guys, I messed up. You know, I just cleaned too. You can see I made my bed. Excuse these little things over there, but yeah guys, I kind of messed up a little bit. Sony, you son of a bitch. Okay, sorry for all the distractions. I know the majority of you who watch these videos are not camera enthusiasts or camera nerds that know everything about cameras, so I'm trying to make this as entertaining as possible, AKA why I got this, this bear horn. Please focus, please. Yeah, it literally says bear horn. Let it be known, it is not an air horn. So if you saw by the title of this video or the two boxes I rolled in with, you may be confused. Because in my last video, I recorded on this camera, the Sony A7S III, but something came over me to where I just decided I wanted to trade it in, return it for a Canon R6 with a 15 to 35 millimeter f2.8 lens, if that doesn't make sense. Yeah, so basically I went through this lengthy process of returning this camera that I'm actually filming on right now. There was nothing wrong with it. It is literally the perfect camera. It's the best camera ever made. There was nothing wrong with it. I just wanted a Canon camera and I couldn't justify it because there was literally nothing wrong with this camera. It does everything perfectly. All the colors, everything looks amazing. I wanted to pick the Canon camera because of three reasons I outlined. One, being the fact that I could get better lenses. Two, the fact that I could get better colors coming out of the camera. If you notice, this makes me look a little pale, a little green sometimes. And three was stabilization. Canon cameras have really, really good stabilization. Actually better than this Sony camera. Or so I thought. So when you look at this clip of me walking with the Canon R6, which I was trying to tell you is the better camera, you can see that the edges of the screen are warping inward and outward, and it's really nauseating. This is basically what's known as Ibis Wobble, and before I go any further, I just want to tell you guys, I'm doing this from a vlogger's perspective. I don't want to get into the super specifics of camera equipment. I'm sure if you want to learn all about that stuff, there's a million other channels that could tell you about that. But in my case, I want a camera that's reliable, that I can pick up, and that impresses the viewer and has no issues whatsoever. I just want it to be reliable. Because if you're spending thousands of dollars on a camera, it should work. So the warping of the image mainly happened when the camera was fully unzoomed at its widest. And it also happened not when I was just pointing it to myself, but pointing it to the outside world. Granted, yes, I don't have the most stable hands in the world, but as someone who's a vlogger who wants to take the camera, run and gun, and not worry about what's going on behind the camera, I want to be in focus the whole time. I want everything to look good. On the Sony, there's this thing called active steady shot, which basically allows me to move the camera in all sorts of directions, but it crops in just a touch from the widest aperture, which I was just recording on, or the wider zoom range, my bad. And it makes everything smooth without this warping going on in the corners. So again, Sony 1, Canon 0. My second complaint was lens choice on Sony versus Canon, because for the same full package price that I paid for this camera with my old lens, the 16 to 35 f4, it cost me the same exact amount that it would cost me to get a Canon R6 with a 15 to 35 f2.8 lens. So for me, I thought the choice was, okay, let's go for a better lens and not as nice of a camera. I see a lot of videos comparing the Canon R5, which is the more expensive Canon camera, to the Sony A7S III, but to me that comparison doesn't really make sense because they're in totally different price brackets. For someone who doesn't have Canon lenses or Sony lenses or anything from either brand, you either get an R6 with a choice of a 15 to 35, that's literally the only one for vlogging, or you get a Sony and you get choices of $1,000 lenses, $800 lenses, and $2,000 lenses to be able to achieve the same shot. The Tamron 17 to 28 millimeter 2.8, this Sony 16 to 35 2.8, and what I was shooting on before, the 1635 f4. So although at the end of the day, I do believe Canon has the better lenses, it seems to me like those cameras are lemons. They have a lot of problems. To me, I never had an issue with overheating, but I did have issues with that shakiness in the corners and also with exposure. It would tend to expose and make this area, the background, really bright and then darken up my face. I can show you a clip now. And what I also found interesting was the low light capabilities of the R6 should be on par with the A7S. Given the fact that I had a 2.8 lens, lets in a bunch of light, here's a clip of what it looked like at night. So not only did I have the wobbles, I didn't get super slow motion like on this camera in 4K, but it was essentially unusable for video. And guys, I wanted to like it so bad. I love Canon cameras. It just wasn't good enough. Honestly, saying wasn't good enough isn't a good term. It was not usable for video. Unless you turn the stabilization off, but then why pay for a camera that has it when you could get so many cheaper options? So all in all, I did spend more on this camera the second time around, and I may have really bothered the employees at the store. It was a pain to exchange this. They tried to charge me 15% restocking fee at the first store I went to get the Canon, but the second store, they were way nicer, which is awesome. But at the end of the day, I chose this lens because I get that same 2.8 background blur that I got on the Canon, which I really enjoyed. Granted, I have to pay more, which leads me to my last point. In total, this cost me $1,000 more than the Canon R6 did. I think it's actually around $700, but tax and all that. Do I think it's worth $1,000 more? Yes, entirely. If you're already spending so much money on a camera, why have all of these issues that come along with it? Personally, I had no issues with overheating, but I knew a bunch of other people who did as well, on top of that wobble in the corner, and the exposure issues that absolutely nobody is talking about. Yes, I lose out on image quality, but I put a nicer lens on this, so maybe that'll help me a little bit. The Canon image quality for the R6 isn't that much better. Yes, for photos, at the end of the day, Canon is an awesome brand. And the more expensive camera, the R5 that they sell, has amazing specs, but when you can't use it for $4 grand for that Canon R5 and another $2 grand for the lens, and you can't use it, that's just insane. Not to mention the fact that I couldn't just plug in my camera and transfer the files to my computer, which brings me to my next point. My new laptop came. This is the 16-inch MacBook Pro. And as you guys know, some of my videos took me 15 hours to simply just edit a simple vlog. No special effects. This MacBook was a godsend, and thankfully it came, I think, a week early, which is awesome. And I've already tried rendering files with this, and it exports and renders and all that gozo in like 2 seconds. So expect more videos to come out a lot sooner and a lot more consistently, because my last MacBook, it lasted a good 5 years. Those are some glory years. And then it just gave up. I couldn't even post my videos. If you guys saw my last video, there was audio missing from half the video, and that's not from the camera, that's from the laptop. Not only did that video in particular take me 6 hours to get from the camera to the internet, it didn't even do it right, and my computer crashed, I think 6 times. I had to throw it in the freezer. I was going crazy. And here's my cool unboxing of the MacBook. All right, back to the video. Okay, so I decided to go hiking in this weight vest. Holy crap. I always forget how heavy this thing actually is. It's not like it's heavy, I don't know, up and down, but it's more heavy on your chest. It's like each breath requires so much more energy. And no, I'm not one of those anti-maskers that wears it as a chin strap. F you. F you. Why even wear it in the first place? So I decided to go to the same hike that I went to yesterday because I thought basically you could see the clips that I recorded today and compare them with some of the stuff that I showed you guys earlier. Why is this so hard? Just when you walk past someone. There we go. Damn, the sunset is nice. Yo, look what I found. It's a ladder that goes up. I'm pretty sure that's what ladders do. I'm trying to get up there though without getting the Rona by touching that pole. Going full protection mode. Doing this for the vlog. Oh my God. Okay, I did it. I don't know how I'm getting back down though. I just fell. Probably not the best idea to do this at dusk because, you know, mountain lions. Oh my God. Whew. Wow. Guys, wait till you see this.
Told you so extra, but I know I'm the same. Yeah. Love me in spite of my trauma.
Woo! Yo, this is honestly incredible. Look at this view all the way around. This is wild. My only question is how I get down. I see that there's a trail going that way, but it doesn't look to go down here, which is where I need to go. So I might need to go back down the ladder. Man, this was a real dumb idea. The lighting looks way better in the camera right now than it actually is in person. It's actually like pitch black. I mean, the good thing is that if I get eaten by a mountain lion, I can vlog it A7S3, but the issue is I can't post it. No, someone would totally post it. Guaranteed someone would post it. You find an A7S3 out in the wild and then I get exposed. I actually have no idea where I got off at. Oh man. This view though. Okay, here we are. I don't even see the bottom. Crap. I'm gonna put the camera away as best as I can and I'll see you guys at the bottom. Okay, little update. I'm going straight down. But I'm a king, baby! Vlog live, yeah! Okay, putting you guys away. I did it. I did it. This is just a look at how steep it actually is. You know you're smart when you're literally the only person on the trail right now. But God, I'm saying it again. Shit look beautiful, man. Damn. Damn, boy. Okay. Somehow I made it back. Ooh, lens is looking a little foggy. Bro, it's pitch black. I can't see anything outside of my car right now. But we made it. And all right, time to go home.